Na mami kwa man so da me Adib sani. Adib security expert na me no nko din komo kakra. Adib, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Da mpacha wo to say.
Boko here the Yankopon ase woswe.
Jinkwa na daroma ode ache ya no pay. Na ne akwafa nkomo ya ba no pay eye omampani Madaroma ne bambofo ebo ne ho ban ene sene ya no wo na montuo sitie presidential convoy ne ko ene ne ba ene se bi nkura kese mu omo ne nam CTC na no mampani da Akufo na me eje ne nkwamaye ne de opebia junction eno cross intersection sa na posi for krata ho ebi kokosi ho ohwe na no ye second lady Samira Baomia de eno so ka bi kokoro so saa ma eno so nipa ba ko Efrim ena omampani we de no omampani ntimu be de na omampani Efri Kumasi wofa wiemhye koy ena omukọ yesi bunsu janshi ho obi de ka ekokoro so ye convoy kwa mo de mo war security ayi ma me sha she mi sa sansansam sa no eba o man yemfa ne sai.
You would say, Michamu, Chief. Yes, say, I think almost every president under the Fourth Republic were near accident.
Okay.
Because Mikai Rawlings, now a motorway. And I think presidential details, it be more.
Okay.
And even former Vice President Aka,
okay,
he died through an accident. And, very, very, very common with convoys. And to be honest with you, I mean, time pet convoy.
Okay.
Because I wish well, Mikai, some time ago, not many be more be in a convoy. At the point, I had to chicken out because accelerators to like you consume twice the amount of fuel Uber consuming if you are moving normally. Besides, convoy be or more protocol. Uber prior information even about basic normal to say pedestrian crossings, any diversions, any potholes. In fact, even speed ramps, there are different types of ramps. There was a speed hump, any rumble strips, and more sign languages are almost using the motor dispatch riders. If you get to a pothole or no Drew Honoma, he has a way he would kick his legs to show that there's a pothole there.
Okay.
So they have the way they communicate, and with the right communication, they are able to know a meaning before they get there. Aside that, or more walkie-talkies that they communicate between themselves. However, in the midst of SAR protocols, I think American it sometimes becomes too much, like the speed. And because the time we were motorcade, I was like, if I best a tie right now, or I lose control in any way, or I bump into a hard speed ramp, what would happen to me?
Okay.
Then the second thing is, I think to a large extent, defensive driving in New because they become complacent.
Okay.
They feel we are moving in a convoy, police war, ping pong, any idea, so you can speed as much as you can without regard
to
the fact that Obi Betmia are reckless. Because Usha, in many of the cases, is recklessness on the part of other road users. Kufo, now we understand Saman, he was drunk.
Okay.
Rawlings, now I think a trot driver are all joining motorway using an illegal route.
Okay.
Aka, we don't even know why not board the car. No, the person is a runaway driver. To date, nobody has been held to account. So I understand it's crashed into another vehicle, Vivisha. So, I mean, there were all manner of road users.
Road users, and I was say education don't ever down. I mean, say okay, say what is a siren neighbor, and answer who say motorcade no bar, penny to baby odu be also ujina, and answer omo ediman penny a chin in the beer, almost so yanam quite so quite sir. Edi ya bo aben ya bo siren ya bo moto no hwe no, but still I know say her say bia no bin so car no nsi na yenso ahwe ho so ye ana bi america no ya kro no e no say na yenya because it keeps occurring and yenim de otena de ebedu because yenya nwe ye wo for republic ye be call yenim a amampanyimfo no be ba koda bia so be call public fancy.
Okay, so the thing is, mostly cars no omo movie in convoy omo maintaining some level of proximity. Okay. However, depending on the driver and the vehicle, some cars can remain behind. So omo kwa in a convoy, at the point other road users feel say, oh, convoy asa, then they begin to come back onto the road. Okay. So obi we ichia, if the person is not careful, he will simply ram into another car who feels, and a driver who feels say, oh, the convoy is done, so I can join the main road. Okay. All right. On the other hand, drivers view hope. In fact, like I told you, we have all manner of road users, Minia. Ebimu, they have total disregard for sirens because they feel almost higher with sirens, and it's true, it's been abused, Minia. Obi betonica, especially a Land Cruiser, they put a siren, whether on your state official
Kessben.
or on your state official.
Okay.
Even Sakao boy or top Land Cruiser or to me, yes, siren.
Okay.
And if you say you can get away with it, all right. And so Ghanaians are fed up to a large extent.
Okay.
Sirens also. You're in traffic, being poppy, and then people to be brave unnecessary. Be sure say over 80% of the sirens in town are not necessary.
Okay.
It's just people abusing, what do their powers and are disregarding the law.
Okay. I want to make question about say, and I was saying say, Sakawa boy wa Land Cruiser wa di bia bom oko aboso ka na ko compare na magazine wanya bi. Sebi sikania wanya sika to Land Cruiser o di bia bom ebi kura moto bi anka ne ho ba do oko na odu ba bi a ono a within him no feel boss say only traffic so ejo ono a bebo no wa fam. And na your banks most of them ubehun say osika o mo osika ni mo de ya wapon kro de ka ne kofie no na wo bo ye wo hai ebinum kra nadmo hwan pickups wo ya ordinary kra institution o wo mu no na wakopesa ade ne bi no wabom we say na abuse no ntia am na kwa kodu say as a public na fed up nti wo bokro am so for asam ko.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The level of abuse of siren, any amber light, any adino, I think is what is making some Ghanaians disregard legitimate emergency services.
Okay.
Because siren, you only use it under emergency circumstance, and now if you are sanctioned by the state or by law to use it, to say ambulances. Even ambulance and emergency situation only can say Uber uses siren. No.
Okay.
We are not more unless it's under an emergency basis.
Okay.
To me, use it.
Okay.
You see, we are police. Which police car, you are not supposed to use siren unless under extraordinary circumstances. Okay. Unfortunately. Once they abuse it, and I think to a large extent, Ghanaians are fed up with it, and so it will be very legitimate on my part because they feel it is part of it. And only some time ago, one of the media houses, indiscipline on the roads, they would capture you on camera, capture MPV, no, see, I'm on a national assignment. And it was very successful because actually people were mindful of the fact that if I do things the wrong way, I'll come rubbish me actually. And it would bring disrepute and a disgrace to me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, from nowhere, everything went silent.
Okay. May I say? Yeah, that's IGP.
Because how is that be?
IGP, maybe IGP by say, na use no illegally no. Shall say so chichibi. As an answer no jagum. Are you saying so sign homeless bill?
It's a program no.
De yibo anymore. Illegally. No be a sabi. Why does a quote as no copy body came?
Well, some time ago, there was a crackdown. Okay, to me, then prevent them from, and even seize gadgets. In some cases, impound a card and make you go through the legal process. Unfortunately, lately, in time, because at the point it looked like people be complaining of harassment by the police. And mostly young officers almost from IGP boys and IGP boys. And I think they were, big people were beginning to feel this amounts to harassment. So assembly, may I sure say it got to the corridors of Palm and Nimdenti. And I don't know the circumstances behind later that program was stopped. Because from which I completely now people are enjoying it. They are having a fool's day, buying big cars and mounting sirens on them illegally.
Even so raise issue about Kumasi Accra Road. Say baby Edro any Ghana baby Kono. Yes, yeah. But there are a lot of people there be almost so far quite so a quite baby to a been so complaining about the narrow nature of the road. Or baby see a bunso echo a pedajancy hono quite so pa. And also so from security angle, no young trying to say.
Well, it's true. I mean, as I use the last time, just recently, me use called Tamale from Accra. And to be honest, the nature of road ain't easy. It's so bad, Minia. Aside that, Oko Enima after Enyinam.
After Enyinam,
the road, yes, after Enyinam, now do our carriage after Enyinam, then you close it up. And your corners be very one year careful. Wrong overtaking any ID can, land you in trouble. Use convoy, there are dispatch riders ahead. So even a sharp corner, they are able to get vehicles to pull aside. Unfortunately, Ushia, dangerous, reckless driver, will not pull aside. And so, or corner, you feel say they be other side, is safe, then you bump or you go into a head-on collision. With driver. Mikai, the same area, Namifi Kumasi, and I remember that the mitibas, that those medium-sized buses, no nami way him, meaning from nowhere. Car be from the opposite side, like at top speed. Me sure say another time we are called to say 100 kilometers an hour. Other can also call like 120 kilometers an hour. So in total, about 220 kilometers an hour, almost side swipe each other.
I see.
even taking off the side mirror of my car meeting.
Wow.
At 220 kilometers an hour,
Wow.
Because of the narrow nature of the road.
Okay.
So, it causes a lot of head-on collisions, I think.
Okay.
And I'm hoping, sir, even though it's a gradual process, the way to me expand the road network, because it's safer to drive on a dual carriage, than a single carriage. Okay, because driver while they drive, they are on phone, and all that. So a little change of lane into oncoming traffic could be disastrous.
Okay. Adiba no pay me any for ne for and now say for your time. Ya shan komodi na senti bibi foforo bia ba ye besa ba hobby. We are grateful no pay. Yani Adib Sani was a security expert and ekodin komono. On a very sad note, Kwabna and also for